Some retire into the Senate while others go there to work. So, in the Nwoko question, part 1. Welcome to another episode of Truth Unveiled. There's an old saying that public office reveals a person's true intentions. Some politicians see the Senate as the final destination of their political careers, a place to enjoy the prestige, attend ceremonies, and quietly ride into the sunset. Others see it differently. They see it as serious business, a national assignment, a platform to shape laws, influence policy, and leave behind institutions that can outlive them. So whether you support Senator Nwoko or not, one thing that cannot be ignored is the volume of legislative activity associated with his name since arriving in the Senate. Our independent review shows that Senator Nwoko has sponsored and co-sponsored over 50 bills and legislative proposals since assuming office. That figure alone raises an important question. What exactly has he been trying to achieve? Now, because of time, it will be impossible to do justice to all these bills in one episode. So today we begin by examining what appears to be one of the biggest themes running through his legislative agenda: institution building, the creation of structures that can outlive politics. Let's start with what is arguably his most talked about proposal, the Anioma State bill. Supporters see it as an attempt to address a decades-old aspiration of the Anioma people through constitutional means. The proposal has already scaled important legislative stages, including second reading and zonal public hearings. But Anioma State is only one piece of a much larger puzzle. Take a closer look and another pattern emerges: a Federal College of Agriculture in Idumoje, Ugboko, a Federal College of Education in Akuku, Ibo, the upgrade of the Federal College of Education Technical, Asaba, into a Federal University of Technology, an additional Nigerian Defense Academy in Kwale, an Institute for Leadership, Entrepreneur, and Corporate Governance. Different bills, different sectors, but one common thread: education, skills, human capital. The belief that development is not only about building roads and buildings, it's also about creating institutions that train people long after today's politicians have left office. Then there's healthcare. One proposal that has generated national attention is the National Agency for Malaria Elimination bill. The legislation recently recorded significant progress in the Senate and seeks to create a dedicated institution focused on coordinating Nigeria's malaria elimination efforts. Supporters argue that malaria remains one of Nigeria's biggest public health challenges and requires a specialized national response. Alongside that is the proposal for an orthopedic hospital in Onitsha, Ugbo. Again, another attempt to expand access to specialized healthcare services. Agree or disagree with the Senator's approach, the broader question remains: what do these proposals tell us? They suggest a legislative agenda focused heavily on institutions, schools, hospitals, training centers, specialized agencies, constitutional reforms. And perhaps that is why reducing the conversation around Senator Nwoko to only politics did not tell the complete story. Because beyond the headlines, there appears to be a deliberate attempt to leave structures behind. Will all the bills become law? No one knows. That is how democracy works. Bills are debated, scrutinized, amended, sometimes passed, sometimes rejected. But what cannot be disputed is that the proposals exist and are currently moving through various stages of the legislative process. In our next episode, we will examine another major category of Senator Nwoko's legislative portfolio. From diaspora voting to local government autonomy, data protection, economic reforms, and other national issues that extend far beyond Delta North. Because when over 50 bills are attached to one senator's name, the story cannot be told in one sitting. My name is Osigwo Ikiroda, and I am the principal and CEO of Bush Radio Academy.